one thing I hear
Yeah.
is driving this, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to know. Where it is coming from. It's like this impact, but not small, but big impact. Where did you get bitten by that bug?
Oh, I really don't. I think I've just always been that way. We used to play violin, or I was speaking publicly, like at college, and somebody asked my dad, well, how did you get your daughter to be able to speak publicly? And he's like, I don't know. We have no idea. I think it was just the way I was built. And I think I have a strong sense of justice. Every time that I saw injustice as a child, I would get really upset. I didn't feel like I had a lot of power, but I, had a lot of motivation to correct something that I thought was wrong. And it's interesting, like when you come to Amazon, how do you make an impact? I think we're just scratching the surface of impact. I think one of the things
I'm not interested, I'm not interested in Amazon. What I'm
yeah,
interested in is what got you into this, because this whatever got you into this now led you to Amazon, and I'm sure there are other things coming your way. So that justice, that's an interesting way to put it. So
yeah.
did you like witness a major injustice, or did somebody do injustice to
Okay.
you?
I can remember something when I was very little. Okay. When I was very little, and I think I was in kindergarten or the first grade at the British elementary school, there was a girl who she had some sort of mental disability. It may have been Down syndrome, no one really knew or talked about it. And there was a kid who was making fun of her on the playground. And it still makes me upset. I'm still like tearing up to think about it. I got so angry. I just didn't think it was fair. See, there I go. But so I think it's just, so that happened. And that was like one trigger that I can remember where I wanted to change that. And I saw it as something that was wrong, right? It was just wrong. And I wanted to make it better. Does that help?
Yeah,
It's funny.
look,
I'm like tearing up, Nick.
you just said it. I mean, that's what it is. So you're living that moment of seeing that mentally disabled kid being treated
She was not
wrong.
being treated like a person, and she was a person, and she was lovely, and what they were doing was mean and wrong. And so yeah, so I guess maybe that's a thread, throughout what we try to treat people like people. That's really important. Through everything I've done, it's funny, like there's always, you can work with the most amazing people, but when you work with lots of people, sometimes there can be that one jerk, and that one jerk can kind of poison the culture. Right. And not just, so part of the reason why I got to where I am was to be able to protect my world, my people's world from that poison, right?
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
to
safe
me,
pain. Yeah. To thrive.
that's you're still protecting that little girl,
Right.
except that you identify whatever it is that comes your way as that little girl, and then you take that protective role and try to provide something that will make that impact.
You were good.